every airport journey feels predictable. You brace for long lines, expensive snacks, unstable Wi-Fi, and that slow exhaustion that builds before you even board. It almost feels normal, like discomfort is built into the ticket price. But most of what frustrates travelers is not random. Airports are commercial environments first, transit hubs second. And when people are tired or rushed, they rarely notice what is quietly available around them. Here's what most passengers miss. Across major airports worldwide, there are free conveniences, overlooked shortcuts, and quiet comfort zones sitting in plain view, not reserved for elite status holders, not hidden behind VIP doors, available to anyone who understands where to look. Free water stations, complimentary Wi-Fi access options, showers in select terminals, rest areas, free luggage carts in many regions, even guided city tours during long layovers. None of this requires special access. This isn't about hacking the system, it's about understanding how it operates. When you do, you stop reacting to inconvenience and start navigating intentionally. If you skim this, nothing changes. If you absorb it, your next airport experience will feel noticeably different. Because once you understand the layout, the patterns, and the quiet options most people ignore, you stop moving through terminals on autopilot.
Number 1. The bottled water markup most travelers accept. You clear security. You're slightly dehydrated, and directly ahead is a row of refrigerated bottles priced far above street value, $7, $8, sometimes $10. Most travelers don't think twice. They pay because it feels easier than searching. Here's what changes everything. Inside almost every major international airport, free drinking water is already available beyond security. It's just rarely highlighted. Refill fountains are commonly placed near restrooms, at the ends of gate corridors, beside family rooms, or along less crowded connector hallways. Experienced travelers follow a simple rule: never carry a full bottle through security. Carry an empty one. Security screening allows it, and once you're airside, you refill it without spending anything. In airports like Barcelona, refill stations are placed near certain departure gates. In Mexico City, they're often positioned closer to internal corridors rather than main retail zones. Different layouts, same outcome. The option exists, but only if you look for signage labeled drinking water or bottle refill. Pro tip: airport maps on official apps often list water stations if you search manually. Few people check. Airports generate significant retail revenue from impulse purchases. The less you rush, the more you notice alternatives. A small pause can save you from paying premium prices for something already provided free. And once you stop spending on basic hydration, another decision point appears almost immediately, the moment you open your phone.
Number 2. The Wi-Fi pressure point most people don't question. You sit down, connect to airport Wi-Fi, and everything feels fine, until a timer appears. 30 minutes, sometimes less. When it expires, the portal redirects you to a payment screen. Enter card details, upgrade access, continue browsing. Here's the reality. Wi-Fi policies vary by airport, but many session limits are device-based rather than identity-based. In some airports, not all, briefly disconnecting, enabling airplane mode, then reconnecting can refresh the session. It doesn't always work, and it depends entirely on the network configuration, but in many cases, the system resets temporary access. Another overlooked option: full-service airlines sometimes provide their own access codes for passengers, especially on long-haul or premium tickets. These aren't advertised loudly. Asking politely at the gate desk or service counter occasionally unlocks extended access. There's also a physical solution most travelers ignore. Signal strength often improves significantly near airline lounges, business class gates, or central router hubs within the terminal. Moving 20 to 30 meters can mean the difference between unstable browsing and a fast connection. In airports such as Singapore and Dubai, general Wi-Fi access is often generous already, but even there, speed varies by location inside the terminal. One more practical tip: downloading boarding passes, maps, and entertainment content before leaving home reduces reliance on airport networks altogether. Preparation is often the strongest advantage. The pattern is simple. When you assume there's only one option, you pay. When you explore quietly, alternatives appear. Now imagine landing after 14 hours in the air. Your body feels heavy, your clothes feel stale, and you still have time before your next flight. Most travelers believe they just have to endure it. That assumption isn't always correct. Number 3. The airport showers most travelers never check for. Long-haul flights drain you in a specific way. It's not just tiredness, it's that heavy, uncomfortable feeling that builds after hours in dry cabin air. Your clothes don't feel fresh, your skin feels tight, and facing another flight in that state sounds miserable. Most passengers assume there's only one solution: pay for lounge access. That assumption isn't always accurate. Several major international airports provide shower facilities inside their terminals. Some are free, others charge a modest fee, and some are included with certain transit services. The important part is this: they exist, and far fewer people use them than you'd expect. Airports such as Singapore Changi, Dubai International, and Tokyo Narita all offer shower access within specific terminals or transit areas. In many cases, facilities include basic amenities like soap, towels, and hair dryers. Availability depends on the terminal and time of day, which is why asking directly at an information desk is often the fastest way to locate them. These showers are rarely positioned in high-traffic retail areas. They're usually near transit hotels, rest zones, or upper-level corridors where foot traffic is lighter. If you rely only on large overhead signs, you might miss them entirely. And if fully public showers aren't available, there's another layer most travelers overlook. Certain credit cards include lounge access programs that many people forget they have. During long delays or irregular operations, airlines sometimes issue temporary lounge passes, especially on long-haul routes, when passengers inquire calmly. Even without formal access, simply asking what options exist can reveal more than expected. The key difference is initiative. A short reset between flights can completely change how the next leg feels. Clean clothes, a quick shower, even just washing your face properly can restore energy in ways most travelers underestimate. And once you land at your final destination, there's another small expense that catches people at their most fatigued moment, right after baggage claim. Number 4. The luggage cart fee most people never question. You arrive. The flight is over, your legs feel stiff, and your carry-on suddenly seems heavier than when you left home. You head to baggage claim, spot the luggage carts, and see the price attached. $5, sometimes more. In parts of Europe, even higher. Most travelers assume that fee is standard everywhere. It isn't. In many airports around the world, luggage carts are completely free. Airports like Dubai International, Incheon International in Seoul, and Singapore Changi provide carts openly in baggage claim areas without requiring coins or payment systems. Policies vary by region. In some U.S. airports, carts are operated by private vendors and do require payment. But even there, it's not always as straightforward as it looks. Free carts are sometimes positioned near oversized baggage areas, outer belts, or less crowded exits. In certain cases, airport staff can direct you to complimentary options, especially for elderly travelers, families, or passengers with heavy luggage. Simply asking can clarify whether payment is required or optional in that specific area. Another overlooked factor, if you're traveling light, many airports design baggage claim distances to be walkable without assistance. A quick assessment before paying can save money immediately. Cart policies depend on airport management decisions, not universal rules. Assuming every airport charges guarantees you'll pay even when you don't need to. A short pause, a quick look around, one polite question, that's often enough. And once you're no longer spending just to move your bags, there's a far more interesting advantage waiting, especially if your connection gives you time to use it. A long layover doesn't automatically mean wasted hours.
Number 5. The transit city tours most passengers never notice. A long layover feels like lost time. 6 hours, 8 hours, sometimes more.
Most travelers stay inside the terminal, scroll endlessly, eat something overpriced, and wait for the next boarding call. It feels safer to stay put. But in several major hubs, staying inside isn't your only option. Some international airports operate official transit tour programs designed specifically for connecting passengers. These are structured, scheduled tours that take you outside the airport and back again before your departure. Airports such as Istanbul Airport, Hamad International in Doha, Incheon International in Seoul, and Singapore Changi run organized transit tours under specific conditions. Transportation is typically included. You visit key landmarks, sometimes sample local cuisine, and return through security in time for boarding. Eligibility depends on connection length, passport requirements, and tour schedule availability. Most programs operate on a first-come, first-served basis, and desks are usually labeled transit tours rather than free tours. If you don't recognize the term, you might walk straight past the counter. Some destinations require a temporary transit visa depending on nationality, but airport staff generally explain the process clearly. In Singapore, passengers with 5 or more hours between flights can join structured city tours that return well before departure time. Number 6. Where free food quietly exists. Airport pricing can feel disproportionate. You glance at a menu board and pause. $18 for a sandwich? $9 for coffee? It's easy to assume there's no alternative once you're past security. There are options, but they require awareness and restraint. Duty-free areas in international terminals frequently offer product tastings, chocolate counters, specialty cheese displays, confectionery stands, and even certain beverage brands provide samples throughout the day. Airports like Zurich and Dubai are known for active sampling during peak travel periods. The difference comes down to pace. Most passengers walk quickly and avoid eye contact. Slowing down, browsing naturally, and engaging politely often results in offered samples without asking directly. Number 7. The silent corners most people walk past. After hours inside a terminal, noise becomes constant. Announcements repeat. Seating fills up. Every gate area feels crowded. Most travelers assume that real rest requires lounge access. It doesn't always. Nearly every large airport includes designated quiet spaces that are open to all passengers. Prayer and meditation rooms are among the most consistent options. They're not restricted by religion and typically remain calm outside peak prayer times. These rooms are designed for reflection and silence, which makes them some of the quietest areas in the terminal. Airports like Frankfurt provide dedicated prayer facilities with mats and separated spaces. Amsterdam Schiphol includes a meditation center and library-style reading areas with comfortable seating and minimal foot traffic. Libraries and reading lounges are another overlooked resource. Some airports incorporate small book exchange areas or cultural corners designed for calm browsing rather than transit flow. Connector corridors between terminals also tend to be quieter than main gate clusters. These walkways are built for movement, not waiting, which means seats along these routes are often less occupied and announcements sound more distant. Preparation helps here as well. Number 8. The sleep pods most passengers overlook. If you need genuine rest, not just a quiet chair, some airports offer something many travelers never notice: sleep pods. Airports like Helsinki, Dubai, Singapore, and Zurich have compact pods tucked in quieter areas or secure zones. They recline fully, store your carry-on underneath, include USB charging, and give privacy in the middle of a busy terminal. They're not free, and prices vary, but for exhausted passengers, a few hours inside can make the difference between arriving drained or refreshed. Most travelers pass right by, assuming only lounges offer this comfort. Number 9. Hidden charging and tech spots. Airports profit from passenger frustration, and keeping devices powered is part of it. Most travelers only notice the crowded charging stations in main seating areas. The secret? Extra outlets exist along hallways, behind service counters, or near staff-only corridors. In busy terminals like Singapore Changi, Dubai, and Frankfurt, moving a little off the main path can reveal free and fast charging points. Airports rarely advertise them because a powerless passenger is a stressed, paying passenger.
Polite requests to staff often work, from emergency power banks to lending cords in loungers or information desks. Being prepared also pays off. Carry a compact USB cable or multi-device adapter. Combine that with the hidden outlets, and you stay connected without paying for temporary Wi-Fi or premium lounge access. Awareness turns a basic airport need into an easy advantage.
Number 10. Free transportation inside and outside the airport. Finally, the last hidden benefit: free transit. Many large airports provide complimentary shuttles, trains, or trams between terminals, long-term parking, and even into nearby city zones for transit passengers. Airports like Zurich, Hong Kong, Seoul Incheon, and Singapore Changi quietly run interterminal trains and buses that are free for passengers. In some cities, transit passengers with a long layover can use a complimentary shuttle or metro pass to explore nearby neighborhoods, sometimes coordinated with guided tours. Even luggage transport can be free if you ask. Some airports have staff-assisted baggage transfers or trolleys at no charge in less obvious areas. Most travelers assume they must pay for every ride, but slowing down and exploring the airport map, or asking politely, often eliminates these fees. Share these tips with someone who always overpays or struggles at airports, and take control of your journey. If you want to keep flying smarter in 2026 and beyond, like this video, share it with fellow travelers, and don't forget to subscribe for more insider airport hacks. Fly smarter, not harder, and never travel blind again.